Yo, 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 what's good? It's your boy Ninja T, co-founder of Blockchain Sensei. It is currently 6 p.m. UK time, 25th of February 2022. I'm joined with me by Ian Dunlap, aka the Master Investor.
My guy, I appreciate you.
I appreciate
How
you.
you doing?
I'm good. What about yourself?
I'm great, man. Happy to do this. It's long overdue. Long overdue.
Listen, I've waited about 2 years for this 2 hours with Ian. I had a lot of people message me on Instagram trying to get here, and I just told them, you need to earn your spot. There's a reason why I'm here. You know what I mean? I had a lot of people begging me saying, please, can I come and just do this and do that? And I'm like, the team's here. This guy my boy George Foreman, he's been rocking with me for, 15 years? Yeah?
Earn that spot.
AJ, about
AJ.
nearly 3 years now. She's attended almost every single The Game episode. Let me tell you, no disrespect to my friends, but we've been doing a free Zoom call since 2020, every Monday, 8 p.m. to half 9. Most of my friends have never attended.
I know what that's like. Yeah.
Right?
I know what it's like, yeah.
Like, when you know you're in a position where you can help people, they don't want to be helped.
But then it gets to a point where you're screaming, hey, like,
guys,
do it. Like,
pay attention.
And then they're like, yeah, I'll do it for a second, jump out and jump back in. I'm like, bro, it don't work like that. You can't just jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out. You ain't going to do nothing with that. It's all about longevity. You know?
Exactly. And to my left, we've got...
Keish, what's good? How's it going?
Introduce yourself, my bro.
Oh, what's it? Music artist, DeFi educator for Blockchain Sensei. And yeah, that's it really.
DeFi genius.
He's the DeFi GOAT. Yeah, so this is going to be a relatively free-flowing conversation about everything from stocks, crypto, investing, trading, business, the culture. And let's get some value. So let me ask you, do you believe Bitcoin's going to go to 1 million? Do you believe it's going to hit that 20 trillion market cap?
I don't think so.
Like ever?
Not in the next 10 years, I don't think so.
Not in the next 10 years? Okay, interesting. Cool, so I don't give it a time scale, but you know, if you think like Bitcoin market cap will reach gold or whatever, that's 500k Bitcoin, right? 550k Bitcoin. So that 1% is quite a lot. That's like 5,000, 6,000. Yeah. And it's only going to cost you, what, $300, $400? So I say to people, like, stack 1% Bitcoin, and then with ETH, I always tell people, like, I'm not saying 1% and that's going to sort you out for the rest of your life, but I'm just saying start off with the 1%,
there,
right? Start off with 0.01. So my philosophy with cryptocurrency is like, I like to contextualize it with the world, right? So Bitcoin, I say 1% because the world can only have 0.25%. Start for that 1% and then keep getting your digital gold. And then with Ethereum, like the way I like to think about it is, how many? It's like 120 million Ethereum, right? I think so, right? 110 million, right? It's around 80 humans to one coin. So that's still
that's a good ratio, yeah.
That's a lot, right?
Yeah.
So if you can get like a quarter or a half, that's a lot of coin.
It is.
Right?
You think Bitcoin hit 1 million?
Do I think Bitcoin will hit 1 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't put a time on it.
Got you, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm still young, I'm 26, so I can wait. I can wait 15 years.
Yeah, you have time, yeah.
I can wait 15. I can wait till I'm 40. It's fine.
I think the one thing that's very interesting as well is the miners that are mining Bitcoin and what's happening with that. Bitcoin mining is forever increasing, and also what they're doing is going public and using the investors' money to buy more Bitcoin.
Which is incredibly smart.
So what does that go to show? And also I feel like, and they're not even buying Bitcoin at a good price. Like me and you, we could trade Bitcoin better for them, you know? So that just goes to show that they're in it for the long term and they're looking at it in a large scale. So we have to look at it in the same way. We've got to have our mindsets the same way as these billionaires, bro. We can't be thinking 2 weeks I'm gonna flip this or flip that off this shit coin. Like, it's not gonna fucking do anything.
You don't think with the proliferation of alternative coins that it will cap the probability of Bitcoin hitting 1 million? Just to play devil's advocate.
I think that there's a possibility of altcoins overtaking Bitcoin. So with that, I think it's an opportunity there's a large opportunity to find and invest in projects early and have large growth potential over long term. I think anyone that's investing in cryptocurrency should have a 5-year plan minimum.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, so this brings me on to something else. So I always tell people stack your Bitcoin and ETH, but I don't buy any Bitcoin and Ethereum. What I mean by that is, I say to people, this classic phrase of mine, BTC is better than GBP and ETH is better than USD. So
I love that.
Trade, like make your money how you make your money, whether it's in Forex, whether it's in business, whether it's trading crypto. But I see Bitcoin and Ethereum as safe havens of profit.
Gotcha.
So people put their profit in fiat, but I put my profits in Bitcoin and ETH.
Okay.
So that's another one of my strategies. I think that was so fluid in terms of my philosophy, whatever. But I think back to the point. So my philosophy is unlimited income streams, right? Through either owning businesses, being part of businesses, equity, and or kind of referral schemes, or just kind of like structures in place where if I get you business, I take 5-10% or whatever, whether they're formal or informal, preferably formal with people you don't know. But with George, we don't need to sign a damn contract. You know what I mean? we don't need to sign any contracts. And then understanding the value of asset acquisition, and then only then, if you're cut for it, should you learn to flip and trade.
Yeah.
Because, and this is no disrespect to anybody who does Forex or trading, but I want your opinion on this.
It's not a real business.
Do you think people should even learn to trade? Or do you think we should learn TA before they learn fundamentals? Because I tell people just learn to invest first. Learn the value.
I don't know any good trader that knows how to trade well that does not know long-term investing first. You can't see the real macro picture. So even like with the stuff with Putin, their stock market dipped. I'm like, what did you expect? Like the sanctions, $1 trillion in assets are locked up. Of course it's going to fall. But most people are like, well, wouldn't the value go up? And I'm like, I can tell you trade first instead of invest. Then you get to see the real picture historically. I always tell everybody, go 20 years out, look at any asset, and then work your way down, and you can see like where the real levels are. Even with technical analysis, people are doing technicals on a 30-day time frame. That's not a real period to look over. It's like you're going to get your fucking head crushed. Like, if you don't know the entire picture, how can you know how to trade? You can't.
Exactly. You can do multiple time frames.
Stay off the 5-minute.
Yeah.
The money isn't there.
So you said something very, very interesting. You said, you do not know any, because great is a big word, especially coming from you. You didn't say good, you said great.
Great, yeah.
Okay. So you said, you don't know, you don't personally know.
Not one.
Any great traders.
Not one.
That are not great investors first.
Don't know one.
Amazing. Right. See, I know good traders. That aren't good at investing. They're good in the sense that they can pay for things. But they never seem to be able to hold down that wealth. They always talk about the profit, but then 3 months later, they don't have the portfolio to back it.
Yeah, or freedom.
Or freedom.
Yeah.
So, would you co-sign me on the learn to invest before trade?
You have to. And the same model with having business first, income streams, being debt-free. People like to argue, and we were talking about this before we started, people like to argue because the result isn't there.
One thing I don't understand, why are people so impatient? Like, I'm hearing from some people that are not, let's say, everyday traders or looking at the market, like, oh, what's up with Bitcoin? It ain't done nothing. Have you not seen what it's done from 7,000 all the way up to 65?
Yeah.
What you mean it ain't done nothing? Like, it's the craziest run in history. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
people in general, or was this a man?
Sorry?
Was this a man who
No, it wasn't. It was a woman.
Wasn't?
Yeah.
I think people don't want to be patient because they don't want to put the work in that's required.
Yeah.
For men in particular, men literally want to do the bare minimum to be able to have sex with a woman. That's what it really comes down to. So when you don't have like self-worth and you're trying to trick people into wanting you and acting like you're popular so you can get a girl that you like, you're going to do the bare minimum to meet that threshold.
On a side note, Troy was very popular with women. I did not know he had this level of like magnetism. You swear. Gotta love Troy. Gotta love Troy.
Yeah. Shout out Troy.
And he's the most low key. He's got the least followers. He posts the least.
Yeah.
He's family guy, right?
Yeah.
Rashad got
kids.
family.
Yeah, Rashad got a kid, but Rashad single. Shout out Rashad.
Okay.
Superstar playboy. But a lot of, even with that, the magnetism, like when women see that you have family and then you proclaim your family and wife, they want that.
Yeah, that's I see that a lot, man. Even when I'm walking with my girl, another girl looking at me, I'm like, yo, like, are you alright?
Don't
like,
you see her right here? Yeah.
Can you not see I'm with my girl? Like, what's going on? Some mentality, it's a psychological thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
But people don't want to be patient because they want immediate results.
Yeah, that's it.
Can I add something? This is a lesson that I learned. People talk about efficiency, upscaling, working smart. But the truth is, you got to work smart, hard, efficient, consistently for a long time.
Yeah. With automation for a long time.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Right? And like, you're obviously familiar with cash flow quadrant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shell's cash flow quadrant, that's one of Robert Kiyosaki's less popular books. But I would say that for any advanced person, that offers way more value than Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Rich Dad Poor Dad is for beginners. Cash flow quadrant makes you swallow the red pill.
Absolutely.
Cash flow quadrant made me realize I'm not really an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
In the sense that, no, I had the entrepreneur spirit, but I wasn't there yet.
Weren't there yet,
you know, because it was just me paying myself.
Yeah. The best advice I can give anyone, master one thing so well that no one on earth can beat you at it.
Yeah.
That's why I only focus on market, not like we talked about it in the club, everybody's drinking.
Yeah.
Came back here, got back here at 5, studied the market for 3 hours after
We were speaking at 4 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you thought I was like not going to sleep? Because the first time you miss a day, there's somebody like you or you who are watching this on Instagram like, I got you. You motherfuckers are partying. Because I was that guy. Everyone that came before me, they were good for a year or two, and year 3, when the popularity got to their head, I was like, yeah, you're going to fall off.
Yeah.
Because they didn't care about the craft. That's what even like you rise to fame or popularity, and I'm like, it's overrated. Because traders want to trade.
Yeah.
The people who can't invest or trade, they want to be seen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How the hell do you keep up? Because you post more than me, you got way more people on you, and you're pretty good at replying fast.
Thank you.
How?
Just block out time. With you guys in particular, so traders is like a special ops fraternity to me. Like the ones that can really invest in trade, I'll make time for. It's like I don't have to talk to you to know if you can trade. Like what you broke down on DeFi and your analysis on the market, I'm like, yeah, you're really in. That's your own money, your own losses, mistakes being made, because I went through the same thing. And then coming from marketing, I saw most people in investing were really boring, really dry. In America, the investors that were black were not comfortable being themselves. So I was like, let me use rap metaphors and analogies, right? Sports, and people were like, but that's not professional. I'm like, to you, to the 95% of people,
it makes sense.
They're going to understand that Apple is Jordan and Microsoft is LeBron more than your technical fucking breakdown for a guy who actually can invest. So it's really just like purpose, drive, goal. Like I know I have to be able to interact and post a certain amount. And then once you have this moment and you quote unquote come out of the shadows, you have to like squeeze the life out of the opportunity. You have to protect that territory.
Can I ask, do you 100% post yourself?
Yeah, I do my posting.
Oh, you don't have a social media person?
Wow. I was in advertising first.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy posts a lot. Like TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah,
he's very consistent.
My guy Chris, he'll help me with TikTok, but LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter,
Telegram, Twitter, that's all me.
I got you on post notifications on Twitter, man.
Yeah. So,
I'm following hard.
So I'm looking to automate some of it, but it's the same with trading. I can't hand off my trading to a bot. Like you can't do it. So now when I automate it, I know what posts work well, but I'll still go in and do the post.
Wait, so every post is live posted as well, like no schedule, no scheduling. Wow.
You can't get a post or a feel for it if it's good. You can automate posts, but the thing is to have impact. Like regardless if you like me or not, you guys like me or not.
We love you.
You can feel, thank you, but you can feel the realness from it.
Yeah.
Most people are posting in formats that don't have impact and don't touch. So even when I piss people off, I do that to rouse them up to be like, fuck Ian, he doesn't know anything about. Then my base will come protect me. Put yes in chat if I made you money.
I type yes.
Right? And then that way, some of those people who did, my biggest supporters now are the people who first hated me the most.
Wow.
This is like, okay, great. Now when their mentor who didn't know how to trade fucks up their account and I say, hey, I'll help you for free. And then they make 30 grand. It's like, oh man, I love you. Thank you. So it's like you said, being in the trenches, and I don't want to automate so much that I don't have a feel for what the people want. That's when people begin to fall off.
So Red Panda is your intellectual property. One thing I find interesting is that we never see the rest of the team.
That's intentional.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know how it is, like online, when they see that you're close, they want to attack. And everyone, and we were talking about this before we were recording. I'm like, I feel like everyone wants to be like the king of the retail traders, and I'm like, that's not the real fucking goal. If you think I worked on this for 13 years to be the best in the retail space, boy, you're shooting at the wrong target.
Sorry, can I confirm that? 30 years?
13.
13?
Yeah, 13 years. Like,
Yeah, I was about to say, there's no way you're that old.
No. So, but yeah, shout out to the Dream Team. Like, you'll see them a lot more this year, but I want to make sure when I came out to everyone in 2020, that if an attack happened, it would be on me. Same with my child. Like, I post my child a lot less. Love him dearly, but I want to keep him protected.
Xander, right?
Yeah, Xander. So, like, when I'm having meetings with the hedge funds, they know who the team is. I want to make sure that they're protected so they can solely focus on trading. And not replying to comments and distractions. Even those of you that are, like, looking to build businesses, right? A lot of times when people are arguing with you, it's not that they don't think that you guys are competent. They don't want to see you elevate. So if I argue with you for 3-4 hours a day, and you don't know about DeFi as much as I do, that's to distract you from getting to the real entities that you should work with.
Get cut out the noise.
Yes. You have to. You have to. So that's been intentional.
So I'd like to tap into, anything you can share. I'm sure most things are private. Anything that you're willing to share.
I'm willing to share everything.
What's like the business move for you? Because you went from this unknown guy, like nobody knew who he was on the internet, right? I don't think I've seen 2018 content from you. I think the earliest is 2020.
Not on IG, but on Facebook. Like.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because
Facebook,
you like to do the throwbacks.
I mean, but because also too, like, the people who know me in real life, they saw me go from not knowing this to being least likely to know this to mastering this.
Master it. That's why it's
So
master
even
investment.
if we're gonna be honest, even on Instagram, it's the wrong fucking audience. People want to be popular on IG, and most people on IG have no money for us.
Everyone's on this following thing as well. Like, they want a certain amount of followers. And they're thinking that's their business, and their business is doing well.
And I'll say it to you directly on the camera.
Yeah.
Those of you that play the media and follower game, do so because you can't trade and make money on your own. So when people say, hey, I knew you when you only had this amount of followers, how much money did I have? That's the real thing. Don't fuck about no followers. Because I know a bunch of people with 2.5 million who don't have 2.5 thousand. Not lying. Like,
Wow.
or when I go into my meetings.
They don't have 2.5K, but they got 2.5 mil followers.
Great.
That's crazy.
So the perception, or I'll ask this, for every person that follows you, how much is that follower worth? Most people don't know. Going back to the equation, that's why I love when you broke down the ratio of Bitcoin to people. Because at the end, everything trading related is math, right? So if you're spending all your time on IG and you're getting your follower, your likes, and your reels up, you are essentially an asset to Instagram, but a liability to yourself. Caring about followers. Great, you got more followers than me. When I go into all my meetings, I talk like this. I set tone and rules. So like, shout out to you, UTA, CAA. Like, my meetings go a lot different, and I can ask for a hell of a lot more because I'm funding all of my projects. So stay focused on the investment and trading.
Ownership.
So on the, because what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to tap into like Ian's workflow, right? So obviously you run Red Panda. You've got an undisclosed team that we don't know how big it is yet because we don't shout out to the Dream Team. We don't know a single face besides Ian. How much time are you spending like building the brand? Because like right now you're building brand, right? No. What's the?
I don't believe in building brand.
You don't believe in building brand? Okay.
Outcome.
Okay.
The only thing I sell is outcome.
Okay. Cool.
The thing that make this guy most valuable of all time. He was the only player outside of Bill Russell who can go to management and say, "You pay me $50 million, we're getting a title." That's my job. You give me money, title.
Okay.
Most people, when they give them other people money to trade, drawdown. I was the only person. Bitcoin was scorching. I'm like, Bitcoin's going to go to 28,000. Everyone said, you're a fucking idiot. He doesn't know.
Crystal ball said
you
so.
don't know me.
Go, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mike Novogratz, billionaire.
Yeah.
He said, institutional level. You're right. This one was at 55. So the way most people think about building brand, most brands don't have enough impact on your life. And this is why I love you guys.
Well, we're very impactful.
Yeah. Impact will fix the brand part by itself. Most people are creating a veneer because they have no real value.
Yeah, because I find like with a lot of and you know, no disrespect to my crypto influencers, but I see like a lot of people just selling lifestyle all the time. Like a lot of people with a lot of followers, it's just
And it works. That's what they do.
It works.
Yeah,
It works. But
time.
then I think like, did you come from crypto or did you just come from wealth and then now you're just flexing your wealth and you happen to invest in crypto? But with my shit, is like, mind my language, you can see me broke on my Instagram.
Yeah.
You can scroll to summer 2020
Yeah.
when I was working in the kitchen and people thought I was crazy in 2020 talking about crypto on a minimum wage job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you saw me. Like, this is all on Instagram. I'm going to leave it forever. You saw me go from broke to quitting the job to moving from... Now, this might not mean a lot to you, but I moved from an area called Woolwich, which is Zone 4, Southeast London, to Zone 1 in King's Cross, right? That's a huge
jump.
that's a huge,
Yeah,
like,
in a couple
upgrade.
months,
Like,
yeah.
I don't need to show you cash. I don't need to show you a print
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
You can see I've improved my property.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I just documented doing the business, and then now... we just pump out content, like real information where if anybody, I challenge anybody in the world, even at any like hedge fund, anyone who's got 10 years on me, tap into the game for 30 minutes, tell me we don't
You'll
know
see.
what
Yeah,
we're
that's
talking
what I'm
about.
talking about.
Because we know.
Yeah, and I used to hate when people will sell lifestyle, but now I appreciate it because the ones who are really invested, those of you who can really trade, like you guys really can invest, family offices, fund of funds, they look, like I've been in meetings and like those guys are content creators on investing. You're an investor. They can see through the bullshit. That's why I always ask everyone who wants to compete, I'm like, I'm not your competition. Goldman, JP Morgan, Citadel, that's your real competition. Coinbase is your competition. I'm like, why don't I see you guys at these meetings? Because you can't trade. That's why I always keep the book that changed my life probably third most is The One Thing.
The One Thing.
By Gary Heller. Yeah, it's like literally if you have to pick one thing in the world that you can be great at, focus on that and burn every other boat. You tell what was I looking at when I had the laptop up? Charts.
I mean,
Like post-sex, shower, with kid, in car, bad day, breakup, girlfriend cheat, I cheat, chart. Don't miss a day.
yep.
Don't miss a fucking
Every day.
Because once you have that down,
It's the discipline.
all the discipline leads to the rewards that everybody wants. So when people are selling lifestyle, you gotta see it. Crypto, Forex, stocks, everyone is selling you, I have a Lamborghini. But they got the Lamborghini off subscriptions, not off trading. They're selling you the lifestyle. My thing is, that's why I'm like, put yes in chat. Then you can see the number of people I make money, and that's for free.
By the way, we copied that intellectual property. Shout out to Ian because we say type game in chat.
Yeah, like,
That's our thing.
and then that way you build the call and response and also build your proof. It's not for more people to join. And so when I go into the offices with the hedge funds and family offices, they're like, you can't deny that. So me building this retail platform was a way to make my meetings go easier when I talk to hedge funds about capital. So I don't care about being seen. I don't want to be seen. I wanted to just trade, talk to clients, talk to hedge funds, and it was like, no, not enough track record, not enough proof. Now I'm like, I have hundreds of thousands of people that I've helped.
Shout out Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Big cosign.
Yeah.
So are you spending most of your time in like VC meetings? I'm just
Spending most of my time on charts.
on charts. Oh, okay.
Charts, then do some posting, talk to Dream Team every day, and then continue to build the vision for the company out. Of course, I do Market Mondays, but all of that is based off the work. I didn't get great at the speaking because I'm the best speaker. Reading even if I should my book back, even a day, I'll probably go through 300-400 pages. Beautiful city, Beautiful people.
Yeah.
You guys saw it in the club. Guys trying to mingle.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to no girl. I appreciate you, queen. Nice to meet you. Cool. Keep it moving. Great. Come back here.
Yeah.
Because I see so many people get distracted. But that's going back to the one thing. My number one goal is to have the highest returns on planet Earth for any asset class.
Wow.
Nothing else matters.
So I'm gonna just pinpoint that again. Would you say the number one thing that you spend time on is charts?
Yes.
Okay.
If my job as a basketball player, my number one thing shouldn't be on Instagram.
Yeah.
I should be hooping. Charts is my court.
Exactly.
I love that.
That's
That's a
all
real,
the results come from that.
So would you say you're an investor first and an entrepreneur second, or do you reckon they tie in one?
No, I'm a business person first.
Okay.
Investing is just another vehicle.
So,
I was in advertising and marketing before.
Okay.
So, but a client, even take the Coinbase, right?
Yeah.
Ad was brilliant. QR code, great. It was a great distraction because it wasn't as glitzy as everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Subscriptions, great. Bunch of people signed up, got a few, $15 in crypto. The CEO of Coinbase just took credit for the ad 3 days ago. You guys know, like I know, they didn't create that shit. But this is the issue with advertising and marketing because you have no equity in it. You can help grow a business 9,000% and own none of it and get fired the next day. So I said, let me take what I learned from advertising and in culture, apply it to me as a brand, get the highest returns, and draw the attention, and then I can sail away and talk to the funds. So my entire thing is, because you can't advertise a bad product.
Yeah.
Result first.
Yeah, exactly.
Then advertise and put those two worlds together, and that's my formula. So all my attention is on being great, because if I have the best advertising campaign, but then you guys walk out of here and someone's like, Ian lost me 58,000 pounds. You're gonna be like, what's all that shit he was talking on camera? It matters not. So people think it's media, it's outcome first, then the marketing. So I'm spending all of my time on getting better at investing and figuring out how to get higher returns. That's it.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Keish, you wanna?
I gotta ask you, what book should I read? Well, I don't know if you want to tell the gym that you told me. Please don't. Let me do it first. But what books should someone read on DeFi? Or what sites, white papers, like?
I would say, on white papers, I think that the best thing to read is, like when you delve into projects, read every white paper of the project. I think that's very important. So I think every single white paper of the projects that you're interested in, so that you can do that deep dive, because there's like 1% of people actually go and delve deeper
Probably
and actually
less than
do
that.
probably less. Yeah. So I think actually understanding the assets that you are in and looking deeper within the white papers of the projects that you're interested in is what you should do mainly. I think that's the main thing.
What are you looking for in that paper that's like, this is the one? Like your strategy, when you formulated that, what did you see in that white paper that made you excited about
I think
the asset?
Solutions, real world solutions. Another thing is, are these people real? Can I see them?
Yeah.
Like,
Teams everything.
yeah, the team, the like, how efficient are they? Like, how hard are they working? How often are they actually doing what is on the roadmap? Are they actually completing it on the date?
Yeah.
Or is it off date? If it is off date, how do they communicate with everyone about it?
Yeah.
Are they communicating to everyone?
Yeah.
It's things like that. You have to see if what they've created is actually running and working efficiently. So I think that's sort of the things that I look at.
And then also to add to that, which VCs are involved?
Yeah, definitely.
That's a great point.
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Very, very
Yeah,
easy.
the
Literally
money
go-
trend, yeah.
Follow
Like,
the money, bro.
Yeah.
if Andreessen Horowitz are involved, or
Home
Coinbase
run.
Ventures,
Home run.
you good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask the real questions that you want to know. Ask the real questions.
Okay. So, how much time do you spend? How do you divide your time between stocks, crypto, running your business? Like, I know it's real hard to put percentages on stuff, but I'm not asking the splits of your portfolio. I feel like that's too personal. How do you split the percentage of your attention?
Like the research behind it?
Yes.
So I do everything in order. So
Okay.
like going back to systems. So I'll go through all the futures first because that's the primary market, the futures market. That's what trained me to be great in the market.
So is that your number one market that you say you're the master of, the futures market?
I would say, well, not until I get to like 9,000% return a month. I would
Right.
say I've mastered that.
Okay, for sure.
Pretty damn good at it though.
Yeah.
So I'll go through all those first, then the top 200 stocks, and then I'll go through crypto.
Okay, in that order.
Every single time. Because the more you have a routine, and but you know this from trading, the more you have a routine in your trading or investing plan, now it's on autopilot.
Yeah, it's a machine.
So now you're taking the emotion out of it. When people are like, well, I think this, I'm like, no. I'm going through my process. Yeah. These are the technicals. Even today, Dow bounced up, and you would think, based on the news, the Dow would have fell 13,000 points today. Didn't fall. Go through your routine and do not deviate from it. And then in terms of asset allocation, it's where I can get the safest return from. Like I'm older, I'm 39, have a kid. And then also in business, I can offset gains. So if I miss Doge at 3 cents, the business can make the multiple of what Doge can. So I'm not really worried. That's why you have to have that bit. And going back to that, like I don't know any traders that are successful that don't have a business. Even if it's a hedge fund. Because when that's how you're able, that's funny.
Wait.
The sound definitely peaked.
No.
Yes. My God, that shit, you're bleeding red.
Wait. So not only does Ian only know great traders that are first and foremost great long-term investors first, and then they become great traders. Great and good are two different words, right? But he also is now saying that every great trader he knows is a business owner. First.
Yeah. I mean, because you have to have what I call like a wealth fortress. Like you have to have a business, long-term investing, real estate, subscription model, companies that you invest in, whether it's equity or royalties in perpetuity. That's why even for me, like people are like, I want to do a joint venture. I'm like, if I don't have royalties in it or equity, there's no need to do it.
Exactly.
Why? Like, I don't need short-term capital. If I need short-term capital, I can trade.
It's no disguise. I'm on the way to get rich, my guys. Done 100K online. I'm sleeping on gym, got trained. It's like I'm mad like you. You like that?
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah,
man.
did you pick up on some bars?
I picked up on, and I got to see some of your vision. I heard the 100 mil in there.
Yeah, 100 M's in my eyes.